Hello mga math aaral! Welcome to my step-by-step math video tutorial. In this video, I am going to discuss sum of finite geometric sequence or geometric series. What is geometric sequence? Geometric sequence is a sequence where each term after the first is obtained by multiplying the preceding term by a non-zero constant called the common ratio, and it is denoted as R. The common ratio, or R, can be determined by dividing any term in the sequence by the term that precedes it. Thus, in the geometric sequence 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and so on, the common ratio is 2, since 32 divided by 16 is 2. 16 divided by 8 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is still 2. 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, and so on. The common ratio is 2. The formula for the sum of the first n terms in geometric series is S sub n equals a sub 1 times the quantity 1 minus r raised to n all over 1 minus r, where S sub n is the sum. A sub 1 is the first term. N here is the number of terms. And R is the common ratio, where R must not be equal to 1. Let's have activity number 1. Do the sum. Example number 1. Find the sum of the first 10 terms of the geometric sequence 3, 6, 12, 24, and so on. Solution. So what are the given in the problem? So we have here, our first term is 3. And n is the number of terms we're going to find for the 10 terms. So our n is 10. And the ratio is 2. How did we get 2? Let's divide preceding terms. 24 divided by 12 is 2. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 6 divided by 3 is still 2. So our common ratio is 2. So from the formula, S sub n equals a sub 1 times the quantity 1 minus r sub n all over 1 minus r, we are going to substitute the given here in the formula. So our a sub 1 is 3 times the quantity 1 minus r, our r is 2, raised to n, where n now is 10, all over 1 minus our r is 2. And n here is the number of terms, so we have now 10. So we are finding for the sum of 10 terms. Simplifying this, we have 1 minus 2 raised to 10 is equal to negative 1023. Then times 3. 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 1. So multiplying now 3 to negative 1023, it is equal to negative 3069 all over negative 1. Negative 3069 divided by negative 1 is equal to positive 3,069. So the sum of the first terms of the geometric sequence 3, 6, 12, 24, and so on is 3,069. Example number 2. Find the sum of the first 8 terms of the geometric sequence 3, negative 6, positive 12, negative 24, and so on. So for the solution, we must write first all the given. So our first term here is 3. So our a sub 1 is equal to 3. Our n is 8 because we're going to find the sum of the first 8 terms. Our ratio, common ratio, is negative 2. How did we get negative 2? By dividing any preceding terms. So negative 24 divided by positive 12 is equal to negative 2. 12 divided by negative 6 is still negative 2. And negative 6 divided by positive 3 is still negative 2. So our common ratio is negative 2. Using the formula S sub n equals a sub 1 times the quantity 1 minus r raised to n all over 1 minus r, we can find the sum of the first 8 terms. So just substitute all the given in the formula. So our n here is 8. So S sub 8. Because we are finding for the sum of the first 8 terms. A sub 1 is 3 times the quantity 1 minus r. Our r is negative 2. Raised to n, which is 8. All over 1 minus our r is negative 2. Simplifying this, 1 minus negative 2 raised to 8 is equal to negative 255. 1 minus negative 2 is positive 3. Simplifying it further, 3 times negative 255 is equal to negative 765 over 3. Over 3. So negative 765 divided by 3 is equal to negative 255. We can also solve this by just dividing 3 and 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we can now cancel this 3 here. The answer is negative 255. Thus, the sum of the first 8 terms of the geometric sequence positive 3, negative 6, 12, negative 24, and so on is negative 255. Example number 3. Find the sum of the first 7 terms of the geometric sequence when a sub 1 is equal to 8, r is equal to 3. So the given are, a sub 1, our first term is 8, and the number of terms is 7. Then the common ratio is 3. Using the formula, we have just substitute all the given to the formula. So n here is 7. A sub 1 is 8 times the quantity 1 minus our r is 3 raised to our n is 7 all over 1 minus r is 3. Simplifying this, 1 minus 3 raised to 7 is equal to negative 2,186 times 8. 1 minus 3 is equal to negative 2. Multiplying 8 to negative 2,186 is equal to negative 17,488 over negative 2. And negative 17,488 divided by negative 2 is equal to positive 8,744. Thus, the sum of the first 7 terms of the geometric sequence when a sub 1 is equal to 8 and the common ratio is 3 is equal to 8,744. Example number 5. Find the sum of the first 6 terms of a geometric sequence with first term 40 and common ratio negative 4. The given in the problem are the following. Our first term, a sub 1, is equal to 40. The common ratio is negative 4. And the number of terms is 6. Using the formula, change n now to 6. So we have S sub 6. S sub 6 means the sum of the first 6 terms. Then A sub 1 is 40 times the quantity 1 minus R. Our R is negative 4 raised to n. N is 6. All over 1 minus our R, which is negative 4. Simplifying 1 minus negative 4 raised to 6 is equal to negative 4,095 times 40. 1 minus negative 4 is equal to positive 5. 40 times negative 4,095 is equal to 163,800 all over 5. So negative 163,800 divided by 5 is equal to negative 32,760. Thus, the sum of the first 6 terms of the geometric sequence with the first term 40 and common ratio negative 4 is negative 32,760. Let's have activity number 2. Something different. Find the specified value of each of the following. Use the formula A sub 1 is equal to S sub n times the quantity 1 minus R over 1 minus R raised to n. Number 1. S sub 8 is equal to 2,550. Our common ratio is 2. Find for A sub 1. For number 2, we have S sub 7 is equal to 7,651. The common ratio is 3. Find for A sub 1. Let's answer number 1. Just substitute the following given to the formula. So n here is 8. So let us substitute n here to 8. So we have now S sub 8. And we have R raised to 8. Substituting now the given to the formula, we have S sub 8 is 2,550 times the quantity 1 minus our R is 2. All over 1 minus our R is 2 raised to 8. 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 1. So times 2,550. 1 minus 2 raised to 8 is equal to negative 255. 2,550 times negative 1 is equal to negative 2,550 all over negative 255. Simplifying this, negative 2,550 divided by negative 255 is equal to positive 10. Thus, our first term or our A sub 1 is 10. And for number 2, again, just substitute the given to the formula. N here is 7. So let us change N to 7. So S sub N is S sub 7 times the quantity 1 minus R all over 1 minus R raised to 7. Substituting now the given to the formula, we have S sub 7 is 7,651 times the quantity 1 minus our R is 3 all over 1 minus our R is 3 raised to 7. 1 minus 3 is equal to negative 2 times 7,651 over 1 minus 3 raised to 7 is equal to negative 2,186. Multiplying 7,651 to negative 2, it is equal to negative 15,302 over negative 2,186. Negative 15,302 divided by negative 2,186 is equal to positive 7. Thus, our first term or A sub 1 is 7. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button and share the video tutorial. Thank you. Until next time.